Sri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Sri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. 19th Shloka. Tapamyahamaham Varsham Nigruhnam Musrujami cha Amrutam Chaiva Mrutyuscha Sadasachaham Arjuna. Substance. O Arjuna, I can heat as sun and I am rain. I withhold and send forth rain. I am immortality and also death. I am existence and non-existence. Commentary. The Lord is the cause for the origin of the world and all the activities taking place in it. As an illustration, the phenomenon of rain is explained here. The sun causes heat and absorbs water and then again releases it in the form of rain. The whole of the natural phenomena, as we understand, is the work of Lord Himself. If we extend the analogy, we will find that every force, small or great, is nothing but the manifestation of the Lord. When the rope is mistaken for the snake, the rope as the foundation has not in any way changed. So also what appears as the universe is in reality Brahman. So everything in the world, like death and immortality, like existence and non-existence, relatively is nothing but Brahman. The fruit of sacrifices performed with desire is explained. 20th Sloka. Traividya mam somapaha putapapa yagnairištva swargatim prartayante te punyamasadhya surendra lokamashnanti divyan divideva bhogan. Substance. The knowers of the Vedas, the drinkers of Soma, purified of sins, worshipping me by sacrifices, pray for the way to heaven. They, having attained the world of Indra, enjoy the heavenly pleasures of the Devas. Commentary. The Lord here describes the attitude of some aspirants who seek for the pleasures of heaven by performing sacrifices. They are learned men who have studied the Vedas. They are purified by sacrifices, but they are attached to sense pleasures, so they desire for the finer and subtler enjoyments of the gods. Their prayer is for heavenly joys, and they get them by the merit of their yajnas. They are evolved beings, no doubt, but they are imperfect because they have not realized the Brahmananda arising from self-realization. Whatever world it is, however rich and exhilarating the pleasures of the gods may be, they are subject to death and birth. They have to return. What if the shackles are made of gold? They are still bonds which limit the immeasurable joy of self-realization. They cannot be the goal. The cycle of birth and death should be stopped by knowing the truth, which alone brings freedom to men. To be a slave to here or in heaven cannot satisfy the true aspirant. He should aim at the highest, the Atma state, attaining which he is forever in bliss and blessedness. Therefore, the wise man should strive for the eternal state of Brahman and not the transitory enjoyments of heaven or any other world. The Vedas deal with the sacrifices and other forms of worship which lead to enjoyment. But what is not the end of the Vedas? That is not the end of the Vedas. The end is Brahmagnana, and all people should have to come up to this goal. Sacrifices purify the mind if they are performed without any desire for the fruit thereof. But if man performs these things with attachment, he cannot derive the necessary purity to remain steadfast in the contemplation of the self. The deluded soul, thirsting for enjoyment, prays to the Lord for heavenly joys through the performance of sacrifices. How unwise it would be to stand before the Supreme Lord and pray for such meager pleasures of heaven. Is not the Lord the very source of all bliss and blessedness? Why not pray for union with Him? Why not pray for the bliss of liberation? If liberation is the goal of mankind, the question may arise why the Vedas have so elaborately described the yajnas yielding various worldly and otherworldly benefits. What is the purpose? The answer is that man has to be weaned away from lower sinful pleasures by presenting before him the purer and more lasting joys of heaven. The Vedas have done this. Man is partially rescued from the clutches of earthly things and sinful activities. Then, after many, many births, the same man would find out for himself that he has to rest wherever he might go and that he has to fall back onto the earth again and again. When he realizes the uselessness of these enjoyments, then he would naturally seek for a joy that would not come to an end, and that joy cannot be had anywhere else except in the self Atma. Question: what is the reward of performing sacrifices? Answer: enjoyment of heaven. 21st sloka. ते तं भुक्त्वा स्वर्गलोकं विशालं क्षीणे पुण्ये मर्त्यलोकं विशन्ति एवं त्रयी धर्ममनुप्रपन्ना गतागतं कामकामा लभन्ते. Substance. They, having enjoyed the vast heaven world, the merit being exhausted, enter the world of mortals. Thus, those who desire enjoyments abiding by the law of the Vedas have to go and return endlessly. Commentary. The Lord explains very clearly how the desire prompted men do not find rest either here or in heaven. They have to go through the painful process of birth and death. Dying here, they go to heaven, and from there, after exhausting the fruits of merit, punya, they fall back again to the earth and take birth as mortals. Such is the fate of men, yielding to desire, however rich and vast it might be. From this, one understands that human life is the only opportunity for self realization. All the other worlds are worlds of enjoyment, good or bad. This world is the world of action and gnana. Let us hear the exhortation of Swami Vivekananda. Man, therefore, according to Vedanta philosophy, is the greater being that is in the universe. And the world of work is the best place in it. Because only herein is the greatest and best chance for him to become perfect. Angels or gods, whatever you may call them, have all to become men if they want to be perfect. That is the greatest center, the wonderful poise, and the wonderful opportunity, this human life. The Vedas follow a rational order with reference to human life and man's progress and perfection. The first place is Karmakanda, the second Upasanakanda, and the third Gnanakanda. We see how man develops gradually and reaches perfection. The Karmakanda deals with the desired fulfilling actions of man. When man discovers that these desires and their fulfillment do not give him rest or peace, he discards them and rises a step higher and finally remains at perfection in the realization of God. He comes to the Gnanakanda. Karma is no doubt good in itself, but it should be free from desire and attachment. Otherwise, man has to undergo the painful process of being born again and again, either here or in the other worlds. In the Sankhya Yoga and in many other places, the Lord emphasizes the need for the elimination of desire as the only way to perfection. Desire implies imperfection. The perfect man cannot have any desires. The desireless state of perfection should be the goal of all spiritual aspirants. Question: what is the reward of yajnas? Answer: enjoyment in heaven. Question: how long? Answer: till the merit is exhausted. Question: what happens then? Answer: he returns to the world of mortals. Question: what is the fate of those who have desires? Answer: they are subject to birth and death. Question: what is the nature of heaven? Answer. It is a vast place of enjoyment and has an end.